Scary Stories in Real Places, Episode 1, Whispers in the Shadows, The Haunting of Diplomat Hotel. The Diplomat Hotel, perched atop the beautiful Dominican Hill in Baguio City, was once a grand structure, renowned for its beauty and elegance. However, as years passed, its grandeur faded, leaving behind crumbling walls and an air of desolation. The locals whispered about the hotel's dark past, tales of tragedy and horror that had turned it into one of the most haunted places in the Philippines. One evening, a group of friends, Marie, Jonas, Clara, and Paul, decided to explore the infamous hotel. They had heard the stories and, driven by a mix of curiosity and bravado, planned to spend a night in its eerie halls. Armed with flashlights and a video camera, they set out, eager to capture any paranormal activity. As they approached the hotel, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the decaying facade. The wind rustled through broken windows, and the once grand entrance loomed ahead, dark and foreboding. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, they stepped inside. The air was thick with dust, and the floorboards creaked under their weight. They moved cautiously, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the peeling walls. Marie suggested they start their investigation in the old ballroom, where many guests had reported hearing strange noises. The ballroom, with its high ceilings and broken chandeliers, was a ghostly echo of its former glory. As they set up their equipment, Clara noticed a cold breeze, despite the absence of open windows. They dismissed it as a draft, but the unease began to grow. Hours passed with no significant events, and the group started to relax, laughing at their own fears. Jonas suggested they explore the upper floors, rumored to be the most haunted part of the hotel. They climbed the grand staircase, their footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. On the second floor, they found a long hallway lined with rooms. Paul, holding the video camera, noticed one door slightly ajar. He pushed it open, revealing a small, dark room. As they stepped inside, the temperature dropped noticeably, and their breath became visible in the cold air. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them, plunging the room into darkness. Clara screamed, and the flashlight beams danced wildly as they struggled to find the door. Panic set in, but Jonas managed to push the door open and they stumbled back into the hallway, shaken but unharmed. Determined to continue, they pressed on to the third floor, which housed the infamous Room 305. According to legend, a monk had been brutally murdered there during World War II, and his restless spirit was said to haunt the room. The door to Room 305 was marked with strange symbols, and a sense of dread filled the air. Marie, mustering her courage, opened the door. The room was dimly lit by the moonlight filtering through a cracked window. As they stepped inside, they were hit by an overwhelming sense of sorrow and despair. The atmosphere was heavy, and the air seemed to hum with an unseen presence. Without warning, the door slammed shut again and the temperature plummeted. The group felt a cold, malevolent presence surrounding them. Whispers filled the air, indistinct but filled with anger and pain. The flashlight beams flickered and the room seemed to close in on them. Suddenly, Jonas was thrown across the room by an unseen force. Clara screamed as a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, its form shifting and indistinct. The figure moved towards them, and an overwhelming sense of terror gripped their hearts. Paul, in a desperate bid to escape, kicked open the door, and they all fled down the hallway, not daring to look back. As they reached the stairs, they heard the sound of footsteps behind them, heavy and relentless. They ran, their hearts pounding, until they burst out of the hotel's entrance and into the night. Gasping for breath, they looked back at the Diplomat Hotel, its dark silhouette looming against the night sky. The footsteps had stopped, and the hotel was silent once more. They hurried back to their car, the sense of dread lifting only when they were miles away from the cursed place. The group never spoke of that night again, but the experience left a lasting mark on each of them. The Diplomat Hotel stood as a grim reminder of the darkness that lurked within its walls. A place where the past refused to rest and where those who dared to enter risked becoming a part of its haunted history. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and follow for more scary stories in real places.